Alright, hello everybody, Skyrain here, back again with another Diablo Immortal video. The season is upon us. We are here now with Hallows Wake underway. The events are here. Hallows Wake, the time frame of it, and the events that are occurring throughout it. Okay? We'll go ahead and knock this one out right now. The Verdant Pangent Phantom Market, of course. Here it is. Hit explore. This little cutscene. There we go. Alright. Cool little cutscene, to be honest, but unfortunately, here we are with the rest. And yeah, there's already been some pushback on this, and I understand completely. Every time when it comes to cosmetics, people are going to be yay or nay, and it's going to be the extremes one way or the other, which is just how the nature of how it is. But anyway, I do honestly like the Wraith to a degree, even though in the cutscene they showed the class Wraith being the same. This one here is just a generic winged ghostly Wraith of what have you, but nonetheless. And of course, I already did my free draw, and lo and behold, we get the stupid emoji, of which we are all, of course, also in agreement on across wherever I've seen it. These emojis honestly just need to be removed from these pools, but they won't do that. We know why. But ideally, they should just be removed. Disperse the percentages across these other skins, please. That would be way more ideal. This is just a waste. Being at 60% on your first free draw as the percentage chance of getting it. Come on now. Come on. Anyway. That's that for that. That's all I'm going to show on that one any further. Now to the Hallows Wake itself. There are multiple things here. Each week we have 4,800 stones potential as the cap. However, this here stated, I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to wait and see for the following week on Wednesday. Tokens earned this week, etc. here. So see right here, the max cap for this week is 4,800. But this one says weekly hallowed stone limit increases by 4,800 each Wednesday. So I suppose if you're behind the 8 ball on this one and a little, behind, you can catch up and do these, and it will be, going into this total tally that will increase every Wednesday, as it says. Now, there's a reason behind this as well. The very, very nice thing about all of this is these are repeatable. All of them. They don't have a cap from what I've tested. I did, let's see, Mad King's Breach. I did this one in particular with groups over and over and over again. It doesn't cap. Now, there's one very, very crucial thing to know here about this when you go and approach this. Pick any one of these, honestly. Out of this list, let's go ahead and go over it. The Gift of the Crone, we'll start there. We'll go to the Crone. The Crone is located in Westmarch, surprisingly enough. Previously, the Crone was in various safe zones and would change, but this time they put her here, which is good because I'm glad to see this little nook over here being used for something. Now, here you talk to her for your daily gift. I did this once. You can only do this one in particular one time a day. So I've already done it. It's a weird little thing too about it. You'll see it when you do it. But either way, this is where you also go to claim your treasures with your hallowed stones. This is where you can have, and it shows the options here on the list. Now, they also have the ones that will unlock on certain days. So some of these aren't available yet. So try to plan accordingly. And some of these are fairly pricey for what they're worth. But nonetheless, I'm probably going to go, obviously, the top of the list is the most important things, and then it kind of spirals downward after that. Okay? What I don't like, again, here, however, is, look, we get cosmetics. Here's the temporary cosmetics. At least these ones are to be acquired by doing stuff in-game and for free. But what really sucks, again, is that they are not permanent, and they only last for 30 days. So, yeah. I never understood this. I never want this to continue to be a thing in any other game. I know some other games out there I'm sure have already copied and tried to do this as well, but we as a collective whole and a gaming community across the board need to put our foots down when it comes to certain things like this and voice our opinions very, very loudly and say, cut it out. You know, cut it out. This should not be in existence in any game anywhere ever. And especially, as I've already discussed in a previous video, the paid versions of these things. It's absolutely terrible. They should never be. They should never have temporary things like this ever. All right. So that's the list. Of course, I would suggest, of course, saving up your stones and going from the top down. These are pretty much the most important things right here that are worth anything out of this list. The rest is whatever. Okay, so there's where you go for the crone. I'm going to go back to the Elder Rift so I can get the Halloween music back, because there we go. Okay. Anyway, now back to the rest of the events in here. Not this one. Here. Okay. So, I did the gift for the crone, and then I proceeded to do nothing but, where's it at? Mad King Breach. Okay. The other options, let's go through them real quick. Complete bounties in Ashwald Cemetery. That's going to be tough because that's going to be random, and you're not going to get the guaranteed bounties for the cemetery all the time. It's going to be completely randomized, so that one kind of sucks. I would not worry about it. Defeat goblins found in the open world. Hey, 200 stones for taking out a gobby. Sure, that's good. Get it when you can, I guess, you know? No real focus on that one either. Complete one round of Survivor's Bane will only net you 40. That's a very, very odd choice. I don't know. For those of us, of course, that enjoy that mode, you know, you can rack it up. Now, on to the next one, complete Mad King's Breach. Now, this one, I would suggest being the one to choose the spam. However, there is a very, very key thing you must know before doing so. And if you stuck around long enough in the video, hopefully you'll catch this. If you haven't noticed it already, you're kind of going to suffer for it a little bit if you don't listen to this key point right now. Claim it as soon as you do one run. Claim it immediately before starting another. Or even if you're at the start of the dungeon, go to this menu. Claim it immediately, because they do not stack here for claiming. You don't get a ×1, ×2, ×3, what, etc. for this. You have to claim them after each run, or else it'll. If say you do 10 runs and say, "Oh, I'm going to claim a stack of 10 right now for 1,000 stones," nope, you only get 100 because you didn't claim it until right now. So yes, claim it immediately after doing each and every single run. Now, what sucks about these other options here? The defeat 200 enemies in Survivor's Bane. This can be racked up very, very easily. But the problem here with this one lies in that you cannot access this event menu while you're inside Survivor's Bane to say, "Oh, I've killed 200. Let me claim it." You can't until you exit the game mode to get back to this kind of menu again. And then when you do claim it, because I did one run of Survivor's Bane, I had 440 kills in it. I come back out of it thinking, "Oh, okay, let me see if I get 400 or see if I get 2 stacks." No, it only counted as 1. So I only got 100 stones when I should have gotten 200 stones for doing 400 plus kills. So that's how these work. You have to claim them after each time you do any of these activities immediately. So that's the biggest takeaway from all of this. The thing to remember is claim immediately. And again, I would suggest just doing Mad King's Breach over and over and over again. If you want to knock this out in fast fashion, this is your best bet. Now, the thing about it being an individualized dungeon as opposed to a random dungeon, you do have the option at the end to either exit the dungeon or replay. And I've been in groups enough of them today that a lot of people were more than willing to replay and go at least another 3 or 4 times. So that's that for that. That's it for the Hallows Wake in a nutshell, breaking this down. What really to focus on, knocking this stuff out really quickly. This is what I've found from some testing. So there you go. Anyway, until next time, everybody, as I always say at the end here, however, this is a bit more specific this time around. Stay safe, everybody, and the world on fire, of course, as a whole. And also, stay extra safe right now in this timely video for those in the Florida state of the United States. Stay extra safe for the unfortunate approaching hurricane that is sweeping through there. Do whatever you have to do, of course, to, take the proper steps. I'm hoping by now already that you have already done so. But nonetheless, still, stay safe, everybody out there in the real world on fire, as always. Take care of yourselves as best you can, one day at a time. That's all we can do. Until next time, see ya.